Hi everyone. Bit of a different kind of video today. I've been musing a little bit. Title of this video is going to be "You Might Be Wrong as a Business Owner," and that's what I've been musing on. And I'm just going to have a little chat about that um, and what it means. Because, well, let's start with just people, eh? Instead of just business owners, because we're all people. So I'm assuming that most of you watching this are business owners, or you want to be, or you're going to be in the future. Seeing as we're called Business Owners Advisory, that would make sense. So, given that, looking at it through the eyes of most normal people, no one likes to be wrong. No one likes to be wrong. I think if we're honest with ourselves, we would all say that. And for me personally, looking back, I'm 45 now. When I was a lot younger, you know, 18, 20, 25, whatever, I fucking hated being wrong. And as much as I knew it was good to admit when you were wrong, I still didn't like to do it. And I thought I was right most of the time, and I was wrong more often than not, let's be honest, when I was that age. But the point being, um, it's hard for most normal people to admit when they're wrong. And as we get older, we hope to be more aware of that kind of stuff. But, even just as normal people day to day, it can be endearing when people admit when they're wrong. Because if people don't do that, or if we don't do that in life to our partners, our husbands and wives, or our close friends, or our family, whatever it is, then you can never really move on, can you? I mean, or you'll just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So at some point, you have to own up to yourself, at least, that you were wrong. And being wrong is, well, it's not great, but it's kind of great because, like, you only learn by getting things wrong and by failing and fucking things up. And that's what I've learned over the years as well. So in business, it's even more important because I can get something wrong. I can burn the chicken or something tonight, and my wife's going to be upset, and I'll throw it out and I'll start again or go to the shop. Right? It's no big deal, right? We get things wrong, little things all the time, and I admit I've burnt the chicken, and we move on. But in business, there's lots of reasons why being wrong can have big impacts. Obviously, it can cost you money, and you're in business to make money, build value, do other things. And getting things wrong can be costly in that way, literally. And getting things wrong, affects other people. But I think, and what I've learned over the years, particularly since being a business owner, is that, people are quite forgiving. Everyone gets things wrong. People don't mind if you get things wrong. Even if you're the owner of the business, like, just admit it, apologize, take on board what you've learned from it, even share that with other people when you apologize about it. And I think people really appreciate that. Well, they do. Of course they do. And the problem is, I try and be quick to admit things when I'm wrong, but even if you get to it late, better late than never. But the big problem is when people don't admit when they're wrong, even when they've been given feedback, even when it's clear that what they're doing is not the right thing to do, or they could have done it better, or they could have done it a different way, or they could have spoken to other people about it in the team or on the board or other partners or whatever. And this is where it can have big issues. So I'm going on a little bit, but money and people are the first things that come to mind, that are affected by you as a business owner being wrong and not admitting it and not moving on. And ultimately, if you want your business to survive into the future and do well, and you want it to support all the people that are currently in it, all those staff and all the clients and everything else, you've got to admit when you're wrong. You got to admit when you can do things better. Now, you know what? I'm just thinking about everything I've just said, and I think most of you will just go, "Well, yeah, of course, Tony. That's fucking obvious." And it is. So now I'm thinking, what was the point of doing a video about it? But you know what? Like, sometimes it just needs to be said. And the fact that I'm probably speaking to most of you one on one, I would think, I don't think there's many of you sitting in front of the TV watching this with your family. You can listen to me and don't have to tell anyone else about it because you probably know that you are wrong quite a lot and you stick your heels in the ground and you don't admit it and you don't move on and you don't help your team move on. So if I'm speaking to one of you people today and I'm making you think twice about that, then great. That's what I'm here for, and that's why I've done this video. So I think, that's it for me for today. If I come up with anything else that I feel like I should have added in, then maybe I'll do something else on it. But anyway, thanks for your time, everybody. If you like the video, please like the video on YouTube. And please subscribe to the channel if you find it useful. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.